In light of all the turmoil that has transpired over the course of the past several months, is it time for creepy Andy Cohen to be cancelled? It appears that some of the former Bravo-lebs have a follower base that is quite devoted and supportive. Because of this, they are of the opinion that he should no longer be appearing on Bravo. Furthermore, what other statements are they making, and who are they advocating for? Continue reading for further information. Over the course of the past few years, Andy Cohen has been mired in controversy with a number of Bravo-lebs for a variety of circumstances. Once upon a time, Bethany Frankel was quite grateful to him and Bravo for the significant role they played in launching her career. Following that, she was of the opinion that the stars of these popular reality shows ought to organize into unions in order to obtain unions. The reality reckoning tour that she was on was a failure for Andy, Bravo, and everyone else involved. Leah McSweeney, who had grievances against Andy as well, was recruited by the former Real Housewives of New York City star. She mentioned Andy for engaging in cocaine activity with Bravo-lebs. Due to the fact that they were partying together, he would subsequently provide them with favorable edits. Andy was accused of sexual harassment by Brandi Glanville, who is famous for her part in Rhobh. In a recent statement, she made the suggestion that he would invite her to date the males that he found physically attractive. However, he was unable to be with them since they were straight, and he refused to be straight. One of the most famous Bravo-lebrities that he desired for Brandi to date was Austin Kroll, who starred in Southern Charm. As reported by The Sun, she disclosed the following. While I was at BravoCon, Andy sent me a text message in which he expressed his desire for me to have a sexual encounter with his stage manager. I asked myself, do I really have to do this? I want you, my employee, to fuck another one of my employees, he was saying at the time. And in addition to that, I believe that you ought to fuck Austin Kroll. He has his sights set on you. During the time that he claimed to be going to have an intimate relationship with Kate Chastain, he had also FaceTimed her. This was what Brandi considered to be sexual harassment, and she has now made the video available to the public. After everything that took place, Brandi's most devoted fans were left with a lot of complicated emotions. In addition, they did not hold back in expressing their dissatisfaction with Andy Cohen and his behavior. Positive, they made an effort to stifle her voice. I am relieved that Brandi is speaking her truth. Oh my goodness. This man is really eerie. It's hard to believe that Andy hasn't been fired or canceled yet. Simply put, he is a creep. There have been a great number of allegations made against him. In addition to that, I really despise him for hosting the reunions. Rhobh. Despite the fact that I do not agree with Brandi, I believe that we should have the conversation that Andy's close relationship with housewives is wrong because they are his subordinates. No friends at all. Despite what seems to be the general consensus among fans, Brandi Glanville maintains that she and Andy Cohen were never friends. In spite of the fact that other people might think that they had a wonderful relationship, she believed that he was her superior. Additionally, because she wanted to continue working, she was afraid to say no to his requests or demands because she wanted to keep them. Both the second season of Rhobh and the fourth season of the original series, which was filmed in Morocco, were booked by her. The fact that Brandi was accused of sexually harassing her co-star Caroline Manzo means that it is highly unlikely that it will ever be released to the public. Both her health and her finances have suffered as a result of this. Do you concur that it is time for Andy to leave? Or do you think that these housewives should also take responsibility for their actions? From the glitzy set of Watch What Happens Live to Bravo's executive suite, Andy Cohen has built an empire on cheeky banter and boundary-pushing girl-bye moments. Yet over the past year, a growing chorus of critics, both former cast members and social media sleuths, have labeled him creepy, urging that he be cancelled. What began as whispers about offhand remarks has ballooned into full-blown allegations of harassment, power abuse, and discomforting behavior. To decide if the time has come to pull the plug on Cohen's pedestal, we must sift through his past actions, the network's findings, fan reactions, and the ethics of modern cancel culture. Number 1. The rise of Bravo's Pied Piper. Andy Cohen's name has become synonymous with Bravo. Originally Bravo's SVP of Development and Talent, Cohen created and shepherded the Real Housewives franchise into a pop culture juggernaut. In 2013, he stepped back from executive duties to host and executive produce Watch What Happens Live, a late-night talk show that blends celebrity interviews with irreverent games and viewer calls Wikipedia. Over 2 decades, Cohen parlayed behind-the-scenes clout into on-camera charisma, becoming both architect and face of unscripted drama. 2. A persona built on edge and earnbles of creepy. Cohen's on-air style is marked by lewd jokes, rapid-fire questions, and confessional audience interactions. Early on, viewers appreciated his candor until some felt it crossed into personal invasions. In mid-2022, Cohen floated a proposal on air about preserving embryos to ensure future children carry on my genes, prompting Instagram users to call the idea weird, sick, and creepy, allaboutthetea.com. Critics argued that what he intended as banter felt narcissistic and tone-deaf, especially given his position of power. Number 3. Sexual harassment allegations surface. The narrative darkened in early 2024 when former Real Housewives cast members Brandi Glanville and Leah McSweeney publicly accused Cohen of sexual harassment and coercive behavior. Glanville's lawyers sent letters alleging that a 2022 video Cohen sent was an abuse of power and left her feeling trapped and disgusted. BusinessInsiderPeople.com. McSweeney, for her part, claimed Cohen fostered a work environment that pressured cast into drinking and crossing personal boundaries, accusations that led Bravo to launch an internal probe. 4. Bravo's investigation and its aftermath. By March 2024, Bravo announced an external investigation had found the harassment and misconduct claims unsubstantiated. Yahoo! Nonetheless, the public perception had shifted. Fans noted the irony of Cohen's role as both enforcer and champion of housewives, yet alleged to have mistreated his own talent. Despite the exoneration, the story lingered. Could a network legitimately clear its own star? Number 5. A federal case and continuing lawsuit. In November 2024, Leah McSweeney pressed forward with a federal suit alleging Bravo and Cohen had ignored her struggles with alcohol and facilitated harassment on set. A judge agreed to hear the case, underscoring that unsubstantiated findings did not necessarily equate to innocence in the eyes of the law. The mere fact of a court proceeding gave credence to those who felt Cohen had evaded accountability. Number 6. The manipulative relationship charge. 5 months ago, Page Six broke a story in which Glanville described her bond with Cohen as manipulative and abusive, saying their friendship deteriorated drastically after her allegations, while Cohen's career thrived, New York Post. This depiction painted Cohen not just as a wayward host, but as someone who leveraged personal rapport for professional gain and then discarded allies when it suited him. Number 7. Fan outrage. Creepy Andy Cohen trends. Social media platforms exploded with calls to cancel Cohen. On a fan-run Real Housewives Facebook page, one user asked bluntly, "Time for creepy Andy Cohen to be canceled?" sparking debates over what constitutes creepy in the digital age Facebook. Reddit threads pointed to specific on-air moments, like perceived leering at young guests, as evidence of his discomforting vibe. Reddit. Hashtags cancel Andy and boycott WWHL briefly trended on X, formerly Twitter, reflecting genuine disquiet among a subset of Bravo's audience. Number 8. Cohen's own reflections on his cancelability. Oddly, Cohen himself has mused about the prospect of cancellation. In a recent Instagram caption, he admitted, "I'm always waiting for the thing that's going to make it all fall down, Instagram." He called the idea of being canceled strangely invigorating, an admission that even he sees his behavior as towing the line. Whether this is bravado or self-awareness is up for debate, but it suggests Cohen knows the stakes of his on-air persona. Number 9. Bravo's dilemma. Ratings versus reputation. For Bravo, Cohen is both a ratings engine and a potential liability. Following the allegations, Cohen spent airtime debunking rumors about Ronnie's cancellation, framing them as cute stories rather than credible threats, The Independent Online. But as sponsors grow wary of controversy, particularly involving allegations of harassment and creepy behavior, Bravo faces a tightrope walk: protect their signature host or protect their brand's integrity. Number 10. Cancel culture. Weapon of accountability or overreach. The push to cancel Cohen sits at the intersection of legitimate accountability and online overreach. Advocates argue that public figures who abuse power must face consequences, especially when allegations involve harassment. Opponents counter that cancel culture can be a blunt instrument, punishing those who deserve nuance or redemption. Cohen's case raises questions. Should a single unsubstantiated finding suffice to end a career? Or should patterns of discomforting behavior prompt deeper scrutiny? 11. Potential fallout. What cancellation would look like if Bravo were to pull Cohen? The network would lose its marquee late-night talk host and primary Housewives spokesperson. Spin-offs like WHL and the Real Housewives reunions might falter without his guiding presence. Yet the backlash from keeping him on air could similarly erode viewer trust. Advertisers might flee. Cast members might refuse to sit with him. In today's climate, the mere whiff of complicity can be as damaging as proven misconduct. Number 12. Paths to redemption. Apologies and actions. Cohen's public apology to Glanville, calling his 2022 video inappropriate and meant in jest, illustrated the limits of a perfunctory mea culpa. People.com. A genuine redemption arc might require private outreach to accusers, independent audits of Bravo's workplace culture, and transparent commitments to reform. Only then could Cohen persuade skeptics that creepy moments were aberrations, not the core of his identity. 13. The audience verdict. Will fans tune out? Despite the uproar, many Bravo loyalists remain unwavering. Some argue that Cohen's candidness is precisely why they watch: the unpredictability, the occasional eyebrow-raising joke, and the sense that anything can happen. But others, fatigued by relentless drama, signal they'll walk away unless Bravo draws firmer moral lines. In a landscape of endless streaming choices, consumer patience is finite. Conclusion. The crossroads for Andy Cohen and Bravo. Andy Cohen's career is a testament to the power of authenticity on reality TV. But authenticity has boundaries, and repeatedly crossing them risks turning charm into alarm. The question isn't simply whether Cohen is creepy by internet standards, but whether he's leveraged his platform in ways that merit cancellation. As the net tightens between public expectation and private behavior, Cohen and Bravo face a reckoning. Continue banking on his edgiest moments or redefine what accountability looks like in the age of cancel culture. Only time and the final word of audiences and advertisers will tell if it's truly time to pull the plug on creepy Andy Cohen. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.